Throw it up. Start twerking like Miley. Oh yeah, twerking like Miley. Don't pop it like Miley.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Deformz, and today I got another story to tell you guys. So let's get started. Okay, so let's see, I think it was in 7th grade. So 2 years ago, I was hanging out with some friends, and I kind of busted my head open. Well, I didn't bust my head open, they busted my head open. So let's get into how this all started. So it was on a weekend. I think it was in the summertime. No, it wasn't in the summertime, actually. It was close to the end of the school year, because I remember it was nice and hot. So I was playing some video games, and then one of my friends like knocked on my door or whatever, and they're like, yo, you want to come hang out? I'm like, yeah, sure. So it was me and my friend. I'm not gonna mention their names because, you know, that's not nice, even though he might have not have done it, but anyway, so I went with my friend, and we started walking back to his house, and then we picked up like 3 other people, because like it was a bunch of like friends from school, and we were hanging out and stuff, and we decided that we wanted to go somewhere instead of just staying inside doing absolutely nothing. So we were trying to figure out where we wanted to like walk to, because obviously we didn't have a car because we were only in 7th grade. But we figured out that we wanted to walk through the woods, like under this bridge where there's a bunch of graffiti. And now the graffiti that's under this bridge is insane. Like, it looks like it was like done by like a professional artist and stuff. Like, it was amazing. Like, I wish I could do something like that, but I couldn't because I'm not that artistic. But anyway, we started walking. Well, my other friend that stopped at my door, he knew the way to get there, but the rest of us didn't because we never saw it. It was his idea in the first place. So basically, we followed him into the woods on this like stone path, and then the path kind of like split, and then that's when we like split up or whatever, and then we met like each other back, like they eventually like came back together or whatever. But then this is the interesting part. Okay, you guys might want to grab your lemonade or whatever and get ready to laugh. So basically, there was like 4 of us, including me, yeah. So I was hanging out with one of my friends. Like, we were in the front of the group, and then there was like 2 of the other kids behind us, and then the kids behind us started to be kind of retards, and they started throwing like stones and stuff into like the woods, and you're probably like, oh my god, this is not gonna end well. But yeah, they threw a stone in the woods, and I already knew that they were going to do it because they told me. So it was basically just to scare like the friend that I was walking next to. So he got scared the first time. It was extremely funny. But then what happened after that was, oh my god, it was just crazy. But then he threw a rock back. Well, he didn't throw it like directly back. He just like tossed it like out of nowhere into the woods, and then they kind of knew like it was him because they obviously did it first. And then it was going like back and forth for a good like 5 minutes. And then this is where the dumbass, I'm not gonna mention any names, and he's still my friend, so I don't want to like be harsh to him or whatever. I know it wasn't his fault and he didn't mean to, but he picked up like a small rock, and he goes to throw it, and his aim must be complete shit or something like that. And then what happens is he throws it, and then dun dun dun, it hits me in the back of the head. Like, no joke, it directly hits me in the back of my head. Like, and then I just fell to the ground, and like my vision and stuff was like blurry, and like my hearing like cut out. Like, I kept hearing like this like high pitched like noise or whatever. I can't really explain it. And then I was like, I just fell to the ground. I was just sitting there like, whoa, what happened? And the guy that threw it came over and was like, yo, dude, okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry. And I got up, and I didn't cry or anything because I guess I was in shock or whatever. And then this is where the funny part comes in. So I got up, and there was a bunch of blood on my shirt and stuff, and I go to touch the back of my head, and I'm just gushing blood, dude. And I started crying, like, not because it hurt, it's just I was scared as hell because I didn't know, like, what happened or whatever. Well, I knew what happened after they told me, but I didn't know, like, was I gonna die or something like that. Like, it was pretty scary. And then I went to feel the back of my head, and like I said, I was gushing a bunch of blood. And then what happened after that was we started to walk back. We didn't get to like the bridge part where we wanted to go, so we started to walk back, which was like a 5-minute walk or whatever, to like where the trail like started or whatever. And then I had to walk all the way back to my house, which was like maybe a 5-minute, maybe a 10-minute walk actually. But I got back to my house and my grandmother was scared as hell. Like, she didn't know what to do, so she got me a rag and I put it on the back of my head. And a bunch of my friends were scared as hell because they didn't know what had happened. Well, I mean, they know what happened, but they didn't know how I was gonna be. So after I did that, she's like, do you need to go to the hospital? And I'm like, yeah, I think I need to go to the hospital. And then I got to the hospital and I waited for a good like half an hour because there was this guy and there was like a broken arm or whatever, and this other guy, he was like sick or something. But you know, the kid that's just gushing out blood just doesn't get waited on first. I mean, logic. But yeah, I waited for about 30 minutes and then they finally took me back and they asked me what happened. And they checked the back of my head. They had to cut like a little, like they had to shave like some of my hair to like see it, which kind of sucked because I was crazy about my hair at that moment in time or whatever. But they shaved some of my hair and then they took this like needle, like it hurt like a bitch. They took this needle and they just stuck it where the how do I say this, like the gash or whatever. They stuck it in like the hole that the rock made in my head, and oh my god, I thought I was about to fucking like pass out or something. That's how bad it hurt. Like, it hurt a lot, and it was like filled with like alcohol or something, which made it hurt even more. So imagine like a needle going into a cut with alcohol. Like, oh yeah, I know that shit like sounds like it hurts, and it did. And then he cleaned it out and he's like, I don't know if you are going to need staples or are you going to need stitches. Now, I know one thing for sure, I was definitely not getting no stitches because I know stitches hurt because I've gotten them before, and getting them in my head, just oh my god, and then pulling them out, just that would hurt even more. So I decided to go with staples, and then you just like took out a big ass staple gun and he started like I got 3 staples in the back of my head, which they hurt like a bitch when they went in. Well, I didn't really feel it because they like put numbing medicine, like they gave me numbing medicine, so like it wouldn't hurt as bad. And then I got 3 staples in, and then like a month later I got them removed, and then I was all good after that. My head, like I had like a headache for like a good month and a half. Like, it was bad. But yeah, that's basically what happened. It was a pretty bad experience. I know I'm never going to hang around with a bunch of idiots like that again. Like, they are still my friends. I don't mean to call them idiots, but come on guys, throwing rocks, like, since when is that ever going to end out well? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. It really helps me out. I've been getting an enormous amount of likes lately. I want to thank you guys for that. Also, if you're new to my channel or channels, if you're subscribed to my other channel, that's awesome too. But if you're not, make sure to go subscribe. I will leave the link in the description down below. But anyway, it's been Deformz, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.